Hello guys, welcome back. Today in this video we are going to create an authentication for the to-do application. So I'm gonna go my pro let's create a new folder. Let's name it folder projects, and here let's name our project a to-do application. Okay, let's open it. Okay, in here let me just provide it to-do. Let's only the to-do. Open with the code. Yep, and flutter create dot. So let's gonna create the project. Resolving dependency. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna need some dependencies like some cappuccino icons and other things. So let me just tell you what is the YAML file should be updated. So I'm gonna need an AppWrite. First of all, AppWrite. It is currently version is 8.2.2, so it will be 8.2.0, not the 8.2.2. I'm extremely sorry for this. I'm gonna need Google Fonts. Google, not the two zeros only. Google Fonts. Google Fonts, I need version 4.0.3. It's 4.0.3. I'm gonna need share preference. Shared preference. Preferences. Share preferences. I'm gonna need it, and its currently version is 2.0.18. And I'm gonna need get. It is also and it is also in package. It's 2.2. Sorry, not the 2.2. It's 4.6.5. 4.6.5. And I'm gonna need SQFlite 2.2.5 it is. And I'm gonna need provider also. It is 6.2.5. Okay, so flutter pubget. It is resolving all my dependencies, adding this packages in my what is this? Let me just solve it real quick. Google it and check the Windows icon settings update and so, let's see the Flutter Doctor if there are any issues. Okay, no issues. Let me just run this thing real quick. Flutter run -c clone. I'm not gonna open my developer mode. Let's run it real quick. I hope everything works fine. Super fine. I'm gonna remove all the comments. So our project has been started. So let me just we will link our project to the AppWrite local server database. So let's do it real quick. Create a new project. I'm gonna name it to do. Let's create it. Let's wait for a second. And before starting this thing, we have to start our Docker also. So let the Docker start. Okay, let the Docker start, and before moving forward, let's create some screens. We are gonna create a login screen dot, and we are going to create a sign up screen. It is sign up screen dot. I'm gonna import material flutter material dot, and stateful ways. So login. Okay, why it is stopping me? Why? Just login screen. It is created, and let's create a scaffold. Let's create an app bar, and let's create a title text. We are gonna need a login screen. Let's name it login screen, not this. Let's create a and the title should be constant, because we are not going to change the login screen title to another title. It should be constant. So let's go to the login, and let's give him login screen. No, that we are not uh, expecting anything. So let's clear all this thing, and let's run it and perform hot restart. Let the Docker run side by side, no need to worry. Let's build. Okay, it's perfectly fine. The login screen is visible. So and the AppWrite Docker has already started running. It's and uh, get let's get rid of this debug thing. Go to the main and return, and here it is debug and show the false. And if you just start rerunning, it will. Okay, I think I've not context running that application. What is happening? Let's factor on minus sigma. I don't know what is happening. Let's just wait for a second. Minimize the Docker, and before starting it, let's set up our this thing. Let's to do it is next. Let's create it. Okay, to do has been created. I have to set up it. My Android app name is to do, and we have to search for the application here and go to the manifest file. Yeah, application manifest. At the manifest, you will able to find the label name. Label name is your app name, and package name is this com.example.todo. So this is my package name. Gonna next it. This is the dependency. We have already added the dependency here. Let's go to the next, and we have to import this thing. So let's copy it and go to the main file, and let's paste it here. So this thing should be in the main thing here. Okay, let's alt, and yeah, good to go now. Okay, let's restart it and see. Okay, before restarting it, I'm gonna let me show you one more thing. AppWrite. Go to the bottom, or not bottom, and go to the get started and get started AppWrite for Flutter. Let's go down, and here you can see we have to add the activity intent in our Android manifest file. So I'm gonna add this thing in my Android or manifest file. Let me just open it real quick, and let me just show you where you can find your Android manifest file. Okay, so you can go to the file section, open Android, open application, open src, and here you and open debug, not the debug thing, open main, and here you'll be able to find Android manifest file. Okay, it's not a thing. Let me just yeah, not the profile, sorry. You have to open the main, and here you will be able to find your Android manifest file. Okay, we have to add a new activity here. So application, just activity, copy till the activity and copy it and paste it here. Project ID, you should able to find your project ID, go to the main.dart. This is your project ID. Okay, just not cut it, copy it and paste it here. So congratulations, your uh, application is now connected to the local Firebase. Let's restart it. I hope nothing will changes. Okay, I hope nothing is going to change it, because we have not done anything, right? Like, we have only created a login screen. It's nothing bigger. Okay, from now on we have to create a body of our application. So let's create a body. So for creating a body, let's create it body. We need a body. Yes, I'm gonna give padding. Yes, padding, it will be constant edge insets all, and I'm gonna give padding to 16 to all, and the padding is a constant, so no need to worry. No, let's see what else we can. Okay. Padding is given now the child thing, because we are creating a form. So let's create a let's use a visit form. So before creating a visit, it requires a key, like it require a form key. So form key, we are going to use it, text editing, final text editing controller. I'm gonna give it email controller, text editing controller it is, and I'm gonna need a password controller also. It will password controller. I'm gonna need a form also, final form key is equals to, I'm gonna create this as a global, and it is a form state, form state. Okay, so let's see. Okay, it will be outside here, form state. And yeah, I'm gonna need some login models also. So final login model. Okay, login model, no need to worry, we will create that login model later. Let's not create it later, let's create it now. So go to the model, login model dot dart. We have to create a model here. So actually we are creating this thing like class login model. We are defining some default values here, like it's a class, we are inheriting this thing to other classes, so that we do not have to assign again and again password. And it is a constructor thing, so login model, and this dot email, I hope you know the value of this dot email. It is the basic concept of object oriented programming. So login model, I'm gonna give him login model, and yeah, it's login model and login model. We are just initializing our login model, no need to worries. Let's not login credentials. It is login cred model, yeah, because with the help of login model we are credentially using it, like we are storing our credentials here. So at the form, let's it need a form key, so let's just give it a key. It is asking for a key, let's give it a form key, not this form key. Form key is given. Now give a child, we need a column, because column is necessary. Let's expected. Okay, now all the errors has been, because we want to assign all our login screen to the center of this. So main access alignment center, it will center all our widgets and children. We are going to give it text form field. In the text form field, I'm gonna it require a controller also. Controller general, it simply helps email controller. Yeah, we are creating an email field. So I'm gonna give a decoration, constant input decoration. We are, because why input decoration? Input decoration is because we are giving input in this form, in this field. Okay, so it is a hint text and prefix icon and icons dot email. And it's, let's reload it and let me show you what actually thing we have created till now. See, let me just here and here. Yep, let me just wait a second. Yeah, see, here is an email field is already created here. So now you can easily able to create what you can say, easily able to uh, put our email. It is a text form field, so it is storing an email address. So before this, first of all, we want to save this thing in an widgets. So I'm gonna say on saved, like when the user have been created it, like when the user has put it anything, like for an example, I'm some random at the rate gmail.com, not the com, gmail, gmail.com. So at the, this thing is now saved, so we need this thing. So for this thing we have a function here on saved. It has require a value, new value. So I'm going to assign new value to our login cred dot email is equals to new value, this thing. So now the login dot cred have our new values here. Okay, now the text field is already completed, like we need some more thing like keyboard type. So keyboard type it text input type, because we already only want to store email address, nothing else. Only want to store for an example, if you open this in the emulator on an Android phone, it will already automatically, let's just do one thing. Let's just run this in the emulator, flutter run. I hope this will ask me in the multiple device found, choose. Okay, just wait a second. One device connected. I'm gonna offline, yeah, this thing. It is launching my emulator. Let's go forward. When the emulator start running, we will talk it. We will talk about it. We need a validator. Validator also need a values. Okay, value and this thing. Okay, if in the validator field we are going to validate our email form, like it should be empty, it should not be empty. If the user left it empty by any other reasons, we should give him something like you have emptied, you have not put it the correct email address, you should put the correct email address or something like this. Okay, so I'm gonna say if the value is empty, so please return something like return. You can say please enter your email. Enter your email. No, this thing email. Let's just return it. Okay. Else if sometimes what happens that user enters something ridiculous. For an example, uh, let's just see our emulator is running. Yes, perfectly fine. Let's run it. Flutter run. Flutter run. Yep. So it is building my application on this emulator, so it's gonna take some time. Till then I'll show you some regex thing. I hope you are well aware of the regex expression. So it is something like it's something like validating your email address. For an example, you should able to write only the valid email address. For an example, let's open a notepad. Let me show you, like for an example, email address should look like this: your name at the rate gmail.com. This is a valid email address. Sometimes what happens, the user enter this random thing at the rate random dot random, so it is not a valid Gmail address. So I'm gonna validate this thing, like the user should only enter a valid email address, not invalid thing is not valid. So I'm gonna search this thing, like it is the thing reg expression for email, for email validation. Yep, anything you can also find it at the Google or anything else. So this is the thing, I hope. Valid expression, yep, it is perfect, fine. I'm gonna copy it, and at the it is reg exp, and I'm gonna provide it this thing, and just do one thing, and this, I hope this perfectly fine. Yep, I hope so. I think there is something missing. Where's expression and this dot has value, sorry, has values remaining, has match, not the code, has match. What is has ha has match, and it should match with the value. I think it is done. What is expected identifier already given. Yep, it's good now as value, and yep. So I'm gonna return it. Return this thing, like please enter valid email. Please enter a valid email, email address. Please ignore the below warning, just do not worry, it will definitely go. And if nothing happens, like user enter a valid email and user enter the email also and enter a valid email, if this really does not happen, if user is really grateful to us, then return null, like nothing really happens. Okay, so let's run it real quick. Let's just wait for the my emulator to run. Emulator is already run it. Let's wait for the grader build to complete. uh, let's see, I think it will definitely come. Okay, so I'm gonna need some return null constant sized box. Height is 16. Okay, what does the constant size box do? So constant size box simply means that we are giving a size, what you can say, a middle space between the login, sorry, the email field and the password field. So let's just wait for like 5 to 10 minutes, and till then the emulator started running. So we will get back to you when the emulator start running and the app got installed at that. So till then, so my what you can say, this emulator is not working, it's not working properly, no worries. So it's what is the this thing really does, like when you just put it in a different email at the rate nothing dot gmail dot anything. So okay, it's not validating right now because we are not created a button, so it is not entering anything. So now we are going to add a new form field. It should be an email, sorry, not the email has already created. Text form field, it will be we will give a controller will be uh password controller, yep. And decoration, we are going to give him a constant input decoration, and hint text will be password. Like we have to give him a password, like you have to enter the password. And prefix icon will be lock. Prefix icon icon icons dot lock. Yep. Now on saved, it's pretty straightforward. On saved, yep, on saved. I hope I'm not doing anything. New value. Let me just copy it real quick, like so that our time will be, you can say, saved. And it will on saved will be email credentials. Sorry, login credentials, email. It is will password controller login dot password login cred model. Okay, it's correct value. Its email address needs password. It will be keyboard type. Uh, okay. I wanted to add something like let's copy it and let's run it real quick, and let me just show you what is really happening here. Let's wait for a second. Let me just it will rebuild the state. Okay, here what is happening, let me just it is an email and it is a password field. Okay, so it is not actually making the field that it is a password field, like we are password and lock here. Like see, it will just rebuild the state. And as you can see, it only just show me the email and password, like it's already hint text, like it is email and it is password, like it is not getting the feel much. Like the password should be hidden, the boolean the dot should be there. So for applying those things, let's just do one thing. Prefix icon is log, it's a good thing. Suffix icon, let me just do it real quick and I'll explain it later. Explain side by side. Okay, icon button on press. Let me just do one thing. Icon, not the icon button I need. Okay, I need icons on press. Just let me just do one thing. Nothing. And icons, we need password visible, like icon. It should be like this. Yeah, icon on pressed. Let me just get rid of on press right now. This thing, yep, on pressed. And at the on press, I want to set the state, like set state and password visible. Password visible is not there. Why? Okay, I have to add one more thing, like boot password visible is equals to false. And here, let me just do it real quick. Then okay, icon icon on pressed. Okay, let me just the icon button on pressed, this thing. Okay, I think hope unnamed icon, and let me icon. Yep, I hope this will work out. So I need an icon, and in the icon I want password visible. Password visible. And if the password is visible, icon dot visibility icons dot visibility as visibility. else the icon visibility off. Icons dot visibility, visibility off, and I want it around it. And at the on pressed, I'm just doing one thing, like set state and password visible. Just set it to the false, like whatever the state it is, just false it. Pass visible, this thing. I hope it will invalid constant value, password not constant. I hope this uh, is equals to false is correct, and then just see. Okay, okay, input constant. Okay, how this constant thing is like. Okay, let's rebuild it, and let me just show you what's really gonna happen right now. Okay, here you can see it is password visible. It will just just you can able to see your password, not able to see, password able to see, password not able to see. This is what I'm going to implement. Okay, so I just implemented the, which you can say, only the screen, like only this thing, that only the Picasso thing, like only you will able to add this thing. And input type dot okay, it is not like this. It is not the, we are not obscure text is equals to password visible, pass visible. Okay, now the validator thing. Validator is really important, like it's empty, and it is if the end, if nothing has been, like if the user has not entered anything, please enter your password. I'm not going to implement resist thing right now. Else if the password should be, length should be 8, less than greater than 8. Let me just do it real quick. Yep. Else if the value dot length, if it less than 8, then what happens, password length must be greater. It should print like this, password length length must be greater than 8. Else run, else null. Okay, on saved as a, okay, text form field return null. It should be like on saved. Yes, it should be like on saved thing should work. Control C. Let me just do it real quick. On saved argument on saved was really specified. Okay, okay. I've already specified the on saved. Good, it's already there. Okay, so from now on, what is happening, like let's just rebuild it, nothing will really changes, like say nothing. Okay, changes. Yep, yep. Whatever is happening, like when user want to enter passwordless and password is entered. Okay, if first of all the init state will be hidden. If user want to see the what password he has entered, he can easily able to see this. It is an email field, so no need to worry. And text form field is not we are gonna need now what you can say, a button for an for to verification, like it is already good to go now or something else is remaining also. I'm gonna need the column thing, text form field. Okay, so I'm gonna need a constant size box. Okay, I'm gonna show you the quick implementation of constant size box, what is actually happens. Like for an example, I'm going at 0, like not 0, I'm gonna give it constant, and let's try to add something. Let's add an gesture detector. Gesture detector something is really common, like child constant text. Let me just do my thing and I'll show you what is really happening. Create account and let's just rebuild it. See, we did not get any space. So for getting the space, we need this constant size box, and it will able to give him some height. Let's just give him some space. Comma is really necessary for distinguish things. And at the create, let's just what you can say, give me some style to it. Style, and at the styling text style, color should be blue. It matches our theme. That's why I'm giving it. Let's just reframe it. Text is completed. Now at the gesture detector, I want on tap function. On tap function simply does like it will navigate to the other things. Okay, it is a navigator, and a navigator dot push context, this current context to another material page route. Builder, we have to pass this context, and I'm gonna give it to a 6 sign up page. Let's just import material and sign up, sign sign up. Okay, nice. To the sign up, sign sign up. Yep, it should be constant. Let's expect this. Okay, sign up page. Okay, just I think I've done something. Create account. It should be login account. Sorry. It is create, not the create account. Yeah, it's create account. Sorry. Create account. For an example, if the user has not created account and you wanted to go to the create account section, it will this what you can say, this button will help them to go to the next state. So let's create account. It's showing absolutely nothing. It means that we are going good. So let's create a login button. Okay, so before creating a login button, I'm gonna need something. Yes, elevated button. On press method, we will apply it right now. First of all, before we will give him a child. Like child does, it means like we are just giving him a text. Like what text should be hidden. Login. It should show login and constant. On press method, we are going to apply it right now. On press and this thing, and it should be an async function. Async doesn't, it means like it will be synchronized at the future. It will get all these values like login value and check for it, like those values are correct or not. If those are not correct, it should throw an error to them. Like, yep. So if the form key, I'm gonna need a form key. We have, because at the form key we just stored the values. Okay, form key dot current state, not the current context, current state dot validate. We are validating those things. And if form key or now we will save those things. Dot current state current current state, and we will save them. If those are things are saved, then we will throw a message. It is just a snack bar dot of context. It just show a snack bar, and the snack bar we will show a snack bar, snack bar. At the content we will show text field, and at the text field we will show login in. here. Yep. Logging in. What is, where is that? Okay, let's from now on, let's do one thing. Let's try all those things, like try and catch. Now we will validate all those things. Like, let me just do it real quick and I'll explain all those things. Like await auth helper. I think I have not imported those things. Like I need packages. Get dot. I'm gonna need foundation. Foundation is already here. Import package foundation. Flutter foundation. Yep. And sign up screen, home screen, and auth helper. I'm gonna need auth helper also. Import package to do helpers and auth helpers dot. Okay, auth helpers does not exist because we have not created our helpers correctly. So let's create helpers. Let's do it, and I hope, yep. So before moving further, let's just create our auth helper class. Auth helper simply means like we are implementing our authentication process right now. Like we are pushing our data to the database, and we are what you can say, it is same as Firebase. We are validating those things. Uh, we are just uh, no need to material. We are going shared preference as shared shared preferences. Yep. We are going to need shared preferences. We are going to need AppWrite because we are using AppWrite. We are going to need models, models models.dart, AppWrite models.dart as models, and we are going to need main also, main.dart. Okay, let's class auth helper, helper, auth helper. Yep, class all helper. We are just creating a constructor right now. Auth helper dot private. It is a private constructor. So constructor, why am I entering this thing? Static final auth helper. We are creating an instance of the auth helper. It should be final auth helper dot private constructor, and we are going to create an instance of that thing, auth helper dot instance. So it will be like this: auth helper dot get instance. We are going to need that instance in this. Okay. Okay, let me just show you the real quick what is the meaning of shared preference. What does the shared preference actually does? Shared preferences in Flutter, okay, is read write. Okay, as you can see, shared preference is the best option to store a small amount of data in a Flutter project. Hence we are going to store the data, our login credentials in our database. It will automatically generate a database. It will automatically store that data. So hence we are storing a shared, we are using shared preference here. Okay, static final, because we are not going to change it at the future. Future generally means like these things will always implemented in the future. We are not going to implement it right now. It is a preference, like you can change whatever it is. uh I'm going to use pref. You can also choose any random name. So for simplicity I'm using pref also, pref only. So pref and it is also equal to share preference dot get instance. We are getting instance of the shared preference right now. So static bool, sorry, static final account is equals to account of client. No need to worry about account and all these things, like these all are account things, like no need to worry. So now from now on we are implementing the user ID implementation. Like the user should able to log in, or we should get the fetch the user ID from the server, and if the user want to create an account, we should push the user ID and password and email address to the user. So let's generate our user ID. Okay, so it will be a future future. It will be a string and it will not be a null. Get user ID, and it is asynchronous function. So a final shared preference pref object of the shared preference pref is equals to await, because we are waiting to get the user ID. Await. Okay, so now return, it will just return that the pref dot get get string, and here we will pass the user ID, like user ID user ID, simple as it. So for now we will just create something like is login, set logged in, login with email and password, create an email session and everything. So let me just do it real quick, and we will meet you after all the implementation. I'll meet you after all the implementation. Yep. So guys, those login screen and everything is already set it. Let me just show you the real brief in what is I've created. So it is a future string get user ID. It will get the user ID, store the user ID here, and return the user ID. Is login, it will show the state that the user is logged in or not. If the user is not logged in, we will just go to the login screen, and he should able to log in, and we will set login. It will just set the login state, login with email password. It is a function which it is getting an email, it is getting a password, and we are trying to create an email and password, like final shared preference try is trying that final model session response await action account dot create email session. We are creating a session, we are passing email is equals to email, password is equals to password, and we are setting the string to the user which we are getting, the response user ID email address. Okay, it is for the login thing. Now we will just sign up, like we are just fetching from the server, and we are checking that it is correct or not. We are just fetching and setting the email is equals to email and password is equals to password. We are just checking. Okay, set login true and return true. If anything is error is something happen, rethrow it वापस not the वापस, it's in Hindi. Rethrow it means it will just rethrow it, like it will again try again. So it is a sign up function, like we need an email and password because we are using email password for the sign up. It is creating a user ID will already generated. It will unique is a function, inbuilt function. It will generate a unique ID. We are passing an email password models and session. We are creating a session, and it is already here. Like logout means we are logging out. Okay, so let's create our remaining login screen, what we have remaining. Okay, so on press function was remaining. We are just this thing, like bool await. We are here auth helper. It will automatically dot instance, yep, dot login with email password. We have to pass the login credential cred model dot email and login grad model dot password. And yep, I hope this will work out. What is the error? Like both bool result is good. Let me just bool result await auth helper instance dot email. Okay, okay, it should not, it should be it. Yeah. Exclamation mark is remaining. Yep. Okay, so if we get the result, if the result is true, just result it. If the result is true, let's just scaffold it. SCA scaffold messenger dot of context. It is simply the, what you can say, cons. Let me just do it real quick and let me just show you what I wanted to say. Text logged in, log logged in, and I'm using a function get dot to. Page is remaining. Let me just do it real quick. Page const home screen. Yep, home screen is remaining. I know it. Okay, whatever the scaffold messenger is, let me just do one thing before going further. It is returning a material app. From now on, I am not returning a material app. I'm gonna need get material app, because get material app is using the get function. Like we are using package get. Get is really important. Okay, so I'm gonna reframe it. So let me just reframe it. It is get material app. Get material app. Yep. Const login screen. It automatically just material app. We have to add the get material app, and the everything is work fine. I hope so. Home screen is remaining. Let me just create a new file. Home screen scrwn dot import material. We are gonna need a material file. Get a material and home HOMESCRWN home screen. Yep. So let's import it. Home screen. Yep. Let's rerun it and let's see everything work fine or not. Let's check it real quick. We have added many things. Okay, this is your login screen. So let's just log in with the email password raman @gmail.com, and let's set the password 456 and login. Password must be 8 letter. Let's just do it one thing. It is logging in. It is trying to logging in, but at the AppWrite server, let me just go to the AppWrite authentication. I have not created a single user, so it will just try again and again to try me to log in. Password, I'm going to add password to the one. Let me just 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Password is this, and create a user. User has been created. Okay. Random at the email.com, random and random at the rate, and password is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Let's just logging in. It is trying to log in, and hooray! Congratulations, we have just created a login screen, and it will try to log in and will just navigate to the home screen. Okay, okay. Uh let's try to do this thing. Like if anything really bad happens, and we want to tell the user that this thing does not work, and just try to log in again. So it is really not necessary. Let me just do one thing. Catch. Okay, if the error get catch, so we will do one thing. Scaffold. If the any error get catch, messenger dot off context dot show snack bar dot show snack bar. We will show snack bar snack bar, and content will be like text and e dot to string. E is the error which is returning itself. Okay, the login screen is completed. Yep, it's really completed. Now we will create a sign up screen. Sign up screen is really like very easy. Like it's all similar to the login. So let me just copy paste some things like final form key. I'm gonna need global form state. Yep, I'm gonna need this email controller, login and password controller. Let me just where is my login screen? Yep, your login screen is completed. So I'm gonna need login models and see. Let me just paste it here. Form key, and we have to import it. So let's create an app bar. So let me just close all these things. An app bar. It will be a sign up screen, and let me just do it real quick. Yep. App bar is real necessary. Let me just add the body, not the background color, body. And we are going to need this thing. Padding is required, we know it. Padding and const and insert all 16.0. Okay, I think everything is copy pasting. Like we have already created this thing. Let me just copy paste all this thing like padding and everything else. We will modify it again. So let me just check it. Padding, we will modify it again. Yep, let me just import all these things. Like importing is really necessary. Import it. uh Home screen. Yep, and get, we are importing. Yep. Get. No, get is not this thing. I import get get. Yep. Let's see where is the error. Pass visible. Pass, where's the pass? Okay, okay, this thing pass visible, it will be it will also be, something is, we will do it. Wait a second, let me just copy paste it where it is not what any error right now. Okay, okay, no error is coming. Let's just modify this thing. Padding, cross alignment center, it says email address is good, keyboard type is good, value is good, on save new model, new value, it's saving. It's saving, right? Oh yeah, on save new value saving. Password, it's saving. Yep. And okay, let me just do one thing. Password is null. Where is that? Password is empty and null also is empty, and null is same thing. No worries. So please enter password. It's good. And elevated button validate, no good thing. Okay, let's enter. Okay, let's create a sign up. Everything is working fine. On press function, if form key is validate, right? Form key is save. Yes, we are saving it. Scaffold. Okay, login is created. User creating user, not a creating user, because we are creating a user. If the user created, the user is created, so it will give a created user. Created user. Okay, so other than sign up with login with email password, I'm going to use sign up. And yeah, it's probably done. Yeah, we are not going to need any of this thing like created account. Yep, we do not need just it right now. Let's rebuild this project. and let's see what really happens. Let's see. Okay, it's a perfectly no login screen. We'll click on the login account. Oh, sorry, create account. It's sign up. Let's just give Raman at the rate gmail.com, gmai gmail.com, and password will be 123456789. Okay, I think it's rebuilding itself. Let me just see what is really happening. Okay, let's just get rid of this thing. What really happening? Let me just. Okay, sign up. Okay, I got it. I got it. It's when we are clicking this sign up button, it's going somewhere else. Sign up, creating user, get to the home screen. I think something really bad happening. Let me just figure it out. So, the sign up screen is built it. Like it's, I don't know what was the error. I just rebuilt it and it's completely fine. So let me just walk through it real quick. Okay, I'm using a final form key, email controller, password controller, and login model as its scaffold, and the column it's cross main access alignment, main access alignment dot center. We're centering children. It's a text form field. It's an email address. Keyboard type. We have to give it email, and it's in register. It is a perfect register expression for the email. Let me just yeah. It is the email expression like please enter buried email address, login. We are just saving it. It is on height as text password, set status, password is correct. Your password is 8 characters long. On save, and here it is the saved button, like creating user button. So let me just on tap function validate if the user is valid, if the function okay. It's a build. Okay, let me just walk through it real quick. What is the elevated button doing? The form key, which is the form key dot current state is validate. We are validating this thing, and child just detector on tap function is running. Form key the current state as validate and save. We are saving it and creating user. If the user is created, we are going here. If the user not created, we will just show an error. We are trying. If the result is true, we are logged in. We are not tried. If we have fall an error, we will just try again, and we will not try again. We will just print that error. So let's just rerun it. Let's just performing hot restart. Let's wait for like 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, it's completely okay. Let me just random at the rate gmail.com. It is my password. Password will be 123456789. Let me just show you real quick. Login, it's logging in and it's logged in. Okay, let's create an account. Let's create to do at the rate gmail.com. Password will be 123456789. You can easily able to see it. Why is this not working properly? Let me just. Okay, set state. There is something problem with the set state. Set state is password is visible on press. I think ops. Okay, ops. This is the password. Password visible, not the controller visible. Yeah, there minor problems. Yeah. Let's just restart it and create account. Let's just to do at the rate gmail.com, not the column. Let me just 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 9. Let's just sign in, sign up. Just it's creating user, and hooray, we have created a user, and we just go to the home screen. Okay, where is the home screen? Let me just do one thing, scaffold, app bar, just for the sake, like we are actually at the home screen. Title will be a text, we are passing it, and constant text, constant text, and here home screen, not the home screen it is. Let's just rerun it, and I really hope it will go to the home screen. Yep. Let's just to do at the rate gmail.com. Let's just, we are not saving the state right now. Let me just log in. Logging in, it will go to the, okay, we are in the home screen, logged in, we are in the home screen right now. So hence in this video we have uh, hence in this video we have created our first request, we have authenticated UI for the on the Flutter, and we have already, you can check at the I just refresh it, and you'll be able to see many users. Let me just where many users are here. We are not giving them a username, we are just giving them a random name right now. I'm not giving a username right now. So hence it is this is it for the video. In the next video we will complete the to-do application. So bye bye guys, good night, have a nice day, see ya.